Pisces. My name is Ginger of Tarot by Ginger. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to be doing a reading for the consciousness of Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs for the month of December 2022. So I sat down to prepare for your reading, and pardon me, all of a sudden I heard, "When I became." And I said, okay, when I became what? And I received a channeled message for you from Jesus. This message was definitely from Jesus. So let me read it to you. When I became aware, I began to act purely on my own behalf, toward my own desires, which were placed in my heart by the divine. And I knew I am worthy. I am worthy of acting purely on my own behalf toward the desires of my heart, which have been specially placed there by the divine and by my soul. And I knew I am here now to live into the attunement of the vibration chosen just for me. This is my purpose. And I knew that I am beautiful, a glowing spark of divine brilliance, lovingly crafted by my soul to fulfill my purpose. And so, I am aware. I am true to myself first of all. I am worthy. I am open and receive and experience all of the love the divine is always sending to me, all of the divinely placed desires of my heart. I am living in the attunement of the vibration set for me that connects me always to the divine. The divine resides within me. I am a beautiful, glowing spark of divine brilliance, and I am here to express my vibrational attunement, which vibrates to self-love and emanates outward as I live in my purpose. So that is the message for Pisces, channeled by Jesus through my pencil. So I hope that you can use that channeled message during this month. This is the kind of, when I do my channeling work, there's work involved in channeling that before the channel starts channeling. And it really has to do with knowing that I am worthy, knowing, whose I am. I definitely believe there is I have a creator. You may call it the universe. You may call it anything you'd like. But there is a still peaceful place within me that is different from this material world, and every human experiences that. So this is where this channeled message came from, and I work through feelings of unworthiness, feelings of not deserving, feelings of guilt. All of those things, I work through them regularly on a daily basis, and it is very helpful. It may seem like a long road because we resist it. We resist. When I first started this, I resisted saying I am worthy. I resisted saying I deserve. I resisted saying that I am open to receive love. I resisted all of those things. But with each resistance, I was taught to breathe through it. Breathe through it, from my root chakra all the way through my solar plexus, and to open my heart. And it's amazing how closed down my heart chakra was when I first started doing this work. And now it is so big, it's as though I've been cracked open. And so that's how it starts. I still do this work. We're human and we're not perfect. But it's really worthy work, and I hope you will find it helpful for you. All right, let's see what else the guides have for you this month, Pisces, for the month of December 2022, for the consciousness of Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. What do the guides want you to know? They certainly want you to know that you are worthy, that you are a beautiful, brilliant spark of the divine. You are certainly deserving, and the desires you have in your heart are there for you. It's your soul's purpose. Your soul and the divine co-created to put those desires there for a reason. Not to fulfill those desires because other people are demanding of your time is, that's shame. So don't let that be your situation all your life. It's never too late to start. Okay, here we go. What do the guides want you to know? So we have the moon. We have the moon card. Here we go. Let's see. There we go. The moon. This is what is this? It's some sort of a pheasant. I want to say it's, what is it? Not a quail. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, here you are in the fullness of the moon. The moon is eclipsed here. So you can't see, not everything is within your sight, whether psychically or in reality, in the physical world, it's not in your sight. That's okay though, because whenever I see this card, I see the message that not everything can be seen right now. I see that as your guides conspiring behind the scenes in your favor. That's how I see that card. So don't be afraid. Accept that you are, surrender. If you are feeling fear, surrender to the fear. Accept it and take a look at it. What is causing the fear? What's the worst that can happen? Well, right now, everything is okay. All right? Everything is okay, so there's nothing to fear. You are divinely protected. All right, I'm going to pull a couple of oracle cards for Pisces. I don't know, all week I have seasonal allergies. I don't know what I could be allergic to now, but I either have the runny nose or the watery eyes or the scratchy throat. Right now it's the scratchy throat. Lucky me. All right. For Pisces. Let's see. We have, I like this. Armadillo. Groundedness. Groundedness. Let's see. It's bright. Here we go. Groundedness. The sun god. Wow. We need the sun to grow and to be grounded, to be fully grounded, to get our roots in there into Mother Earth deeply. Wow, this is beautiful. I spoke of attunement. You see the top of their heads they are attuned to the sun. Very interesting. They are attuned, so they have a spark at the top of their head that's connecting them to the sun. Beautiful. Okay, let's pick another oracle card and then we'll get into the tarot for Pisces for the month of December. A month of holiday celebrations. Years ago, I learned that every day is just a day, and that because I would get all caught up in, my parents got divorced when I was, I would think I was 17, 18. And it was very painful. My first holiday was really painful, and it was for my sisters too. And one of my sisters and I think my middle sister was living with her husband far away, maybe in Alaska at that time. But my oldest sister and I decided to create our own tradition for Christmas and for Thanksgiving. And that's what we did. And we invited friends whose parents were living far away or who were not really in contact with their parents. So holidays are not the big emotional ordeal that they used to be. It took a couple of years. I was, that's young to, to have your parents divorced, as some of you may know. Painful time. But in just taking one day as a day, it's a day. What am I doing today? Oh, it's Christmas. I'm going to so-and-so's house. I'm going to bring some gifts. We're going to have a meal. We'll have a good time, period. Go home, go to bed. The next day is another day. That really helped me. Thinking about it that way really helped me to get through those first few holidays, those first years. You have a card called Covenant, Sacred Contract. I think this sacred contract is with yourself. I'm going to look it up in the book, but I'm going to say that this covenant is a sacred contract with yourself, Pisces. So let's see. Number seven, lucky number 7. Covenant, commitment, sacred contract, the greater good. Okay, a covenant must be founded on the truth, not your truth or his truth or her truth, but the greater truth that takes the destiny of all into account. The covenant is not about your agenda only. Spirit must be invited to come to the table as guarantor of the good faith of all, and to ensure that the direction you are embarking in will be for the greater good. Do not hesitate. It says, it's important that you understand what you are signing up for. Be sure to read the fine print so as not to commit to something you will soon regret, or that will compromise your integrity, or will compromise the fulfillment of the desires of your heart. Do not hesitate to put all your own cards on the table so that your motives and desires are transparent and nothing is left in the darkness. That's talking about red flags. This way, red flags are put on the table. When shadow elements remain hidden, the covenant breaks down and becomes a contract with an unspoken dark side that is inevitably fulfilled. Interesting. Putting your cards on the table, so people know where you're coming from. Not, well, no, you put your cards down on the table first. No, be honest and open with yourself about what it is you want. What are you looking for? We may not always know exactly what the outcome will be, right? We don't. And thank goodness for that, because, our guides conspire for something greater than we can ever conceive. But in putting your cards on the table, you're saying, this is what I want. What do you want? And then you listen to the other person. What do they want? What do they want from you? What are they looking for from you? This way and they know. And they may, have you ever said yes to somebody because you wanted to be with them? Have you ever said, yes, that's fine, but it's really not fine? That's what I'm talking about. I think we all do that from time to time because we're just enthralled with the other person. And that always takes us down a dark road. So that's kind of what that's talking about. Be true to yourself, Pisces. True to yourself first. When I am true to myself, then people know where I stand, and they know that I'm being honest, and that's my integrity. because if I'm asking for something that you certainly aren't able or willing to give me, then then that's good to know right up front, because that means you're not my peep, right? You're not the peep for me, and that's okay. That's okay, because the right peep will come along. After my years of experience in this, trust me, I think I have an idea of that. All right, so we have covenant, the sacred covenant. We have armadillo, which is the spirit of groundedness, being grounded. And you have the moon. So you may not know what the outcome is, and that's okay. It's going to be good, whatever it is. It's going to be really good for you. So be grounded, be in the here and now, and connect with, the divine within to make sure that you're being true to yourself. All right. Your first tarot card out is the Three of Wands. I like that. It means that you are putting something out into the universe. You are asking for something. You have put in an effort toward a certain situation, whether it's love, whether you're seeking a partner, whether you're looking for a job, whether you would like to have children, whether how to take care of your mom who's not well, or your dad. Will you be moving? Anything like that. You've put this out into the universe, and now you're waiting for the answer. With this card, I'm going to say that the answer, if your motives are clear, if your motives have been put on the table, and you're being honest with yourself, I'm going to say that you're going to get a positive answer to this. So this is your energy. It's crossed by the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. You're feeling trapped. Okay, so this is the card of feeling trapped. So you're feeling trapped until you know the answer to this. Well, you're not trapped. If you're living in the day, you don't have to be trapped, but you're feeling trapped. You're feeling like you're in a situation that you really don't like. You're not happy. It's really uncomfortable for you. You're not feeling grounded. You're all up in your head trying to figure it out. When you've already done the work, you need to just be patient. Just be patient. Okay, the root of the reading, the reason the reading is taking place in the first place, is the Emperor. The Emperor. Very powerful energy. The Emperor resides way up on top of the mountain, away from everybody else, because he's earned that spot. I'm going to say he's earned that spot. A lot of people, I think a lot of people see the Emperor as a very negative energy. I see the Emperor as a very positive energy. I mean, it could be negative if it's reversed, but it's not reversed, it's upright. He is definitely traditional. He follows the rules. And there are universal truths, right? There are universal laws. He follows the truth. He knows what the law is. He's not interested in breaking it, because he is acting in concert with the divine. He's up high, and he holds that ball that he holds this, like the world, in his hands, but he looks up to the divine. He's looking up to the divine right now. I don't know if you can see his eyes, but he's looking up. What are we going to do next? So I think that, there's a part of you that knows that you are connected, and that you are worthy, and that you are waiting to hear the news about your next move. Because right now, where you are, you're not very happy. Although you may have left a place where you were much less happy. If that's the case, it's simply a matter of not knowing what to do with yourself yet. But the reason this is taking place is also because you're asking the divine, what is next? What are we going to do next? Be hopeful. Be hopeful about that answer. You have the Nine of Cups in your recent past, and this is the card of great accomplishment. So you have recently, in the recent past, accomplished something that is really ideal. It, it's something you accomplished for yourself, not for anybody else, for you. It was a great victory for you. You're very accomplished. Okay. This is very interesting. I think three people today, maybe two others, two other people. You're the third. Got this card as the energy that crowns the whole reading. It surrounds this reading. It's the energy that holds this reading in its arms, and this is the King of Hearts. I see him as the emotionally mature male energy. Kings, queens, knights, pages, they're masculine or feminine energies. It can pertain to a male or female. It doesn't matter in your life, or a situation that maybe you're in an aggressive situation, that would be masculine, or you're in a situation where someone's being very passive, that would be a feminine energy. So anyway, emotional maturity is the loving arms holding this reading. I really like that in that position. And then you have in your near future the Wheel of Fortune, right? That's the moon. We don't know what's coming, but we do know it will be positive when the wheel shows up in a reading. And the other cards around this, I mean, besides the fact that you're feeling like you're stuck, all of these cards are very positive. So I'm going to say that this Wheel of Fortune is moving in your favor. You're on the upswing. All right, Pisces. Then we have your energy is, yes, the Magician. Yes, whatever you want to bring about in your life is up to you. It's possible. The energy is available to you now. This is a prime time, and I'm going to say that this energy is here for a couple of months, not just for December. It's prime time. So the channeled message I got for you would be something you could use right now to bring about some really nice situations for yourself. So we can create negatively or positively. The divine is not doesn't really say we have to do either. The divine hopes that we will create in a positive fashion, because that brings us happiness. And that's really what God wants for us, is to be happy. But we can create in whatever way we want, and either way is creating. And that is what God is interested in, that you are creating. So you are the Magician right now. That's a really beautiful energy to go with that Three of Wands, that Nine of Hearts, the Emperor. I mean, it's really good energy. All right. The energy surrounding you right now in your environment. You're, say you walk into work. What is the environment at work? Or you come home from work. What is the environment in your home? So it's, I'm talking about that environment. It's the Three of Swords, which is about heartbreak. Heartbreak, betrayal, disillusionment, finding out, some bad news that you had no idea of. So I know that for a lot of Pisces, so if you were married and you recently left your marriage, that energy would still be around you, because you know what? You were brokenhearted for years before you left. You were brokenhearted. So that energy doesn't just disappear because you leave that place. We can make assumptions, or we could hope to have a certain type of relationship, that we get involved with someone and we don't really know what we're looking for yet, and there's nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong with saying that. but we don't say it. And so when the person leaves because we haven't said what we really want, we may be brokenhearted because we haven't said what we really want, which was, really, I want you to stay and I want to be with someone who's going to be here for a long term. We don't have to get married, but I want someone to be in relationship with someone who's going to be here, not someone who's going to leave, right? That could cause heartbreak. So it's those kind of situations. Enabling someone. When we enable someone, we're telling them that they can do this, that this behavior is acceptable to us, that their behavior is acceptable because we're allowing it. Yet we're brokenhearted when they, betray us. Well, are they betraying us, or are they just doing what they do? And we know what they do. So that's what that energy is about. If the person has left, or you have left the situation, it lingers. That energy lingers. So you know what? Be aware. I think this is my new mantra. Be aware, surrender, and accept. And take a look at your part in it. It's in the surrendering that we find peace within ourselves. In your hopes and dreams, yes, I like this. We have the Seven of Wands. This is the card of standing your ground. It is your right to stand your ground. Do not falter. This is not a time to falter. This is a time to be strong, and you're being supported in this. So be strong. Do not falter. Remember to act on your behalf. Your behalf is of utmost importance. And oh, what a beautiful ending on this current reading for December of 2022. The Four of Wands. So this is a card of completion. It's a lot of readers say it's the wedding card, and there are a lot of scenes where it is a wedding card. This is the card, the energy of completion, of completing something. And if you have left a relationship recently, that's the completion of a cycle in a way, right? It's maybe not a major arcana cycle, but it's the completion of a cycle. You've accomplished what you set out to do. That's what this is about. You've accomplished a goal on your path to greater things. So I think that is beautiful. So all in all of these cards are really good. You have the Emperor as the reason this reading is taking place. The Emperor knows, and there's a place within you that knows that you have a direct connection to the divine, and you're asking, what am I to do? Please guide me. I'm looking for some guidance. Where have I gone wrong? Where did I make that wrong turn? How do I refine my actions and my thoughts, my behaviors, so that the desire of my heart can be fulfilled, because that's what we're here for, to fulfill the desire of our heart. You have the Nine of Hearts, the card of great accomplishment in your recent past. Your energy is the Three of Wands. You've already put it out there. I need help, universe. Please help me. You're feeling like you're really stuck right now. Did I get myself into a worse situation by leaving? Because now I'm really feeling miserable. Well, I'll tell you what, you're just wishing it was. And when you were in that relationship, you were wishing it wasn't. So keep that in mind. You have the King of Hearts as the energy that surrounds this entire reading. Emotional maturity, getting through the difficult time, and sticking by yourself, sticking with yourself. Wheel of Fortune here. Things are moving in a positive direction on your behalf. You are the Magician. And even though that Three of Swords energy is still around and in your environment, it's okay. It will dissipate. This is a time of grief. So when we're grieving, it takes time. It can take years. But you know what? You put one foot in front of the other to the best of your ability. And that's how the emotional maturity comes to us. Seven of Wands is in the position of your hopes and dreams, and that is the card of standing your ground. For sure. Stand your ground. You did the right thing by yourself. When, you know, that's what that card is telling me. You did the right thing by yourself. And the final card in the reading for the month is the Four of Wands, which is a very positive sign of completion, a very happy, positive sign. Another accomplishment. Pisces, you're on the right path, and you've been on the right path for many months now. This has been ongoing for many months. You're in a state of grief. You're in a grief process. You're trying to, you know, decide this or that. You know what? Take it easy. Yeah, think about, write about it. What is the desire of my heart? What are the desires of my heart? Because that is what we're here to accomplish. If we're to accomplish, I don't know that we're here to accomplish anything. I think we're here to experience certain things. I don't know that we need to so much accomplish. You know, am I joyful and fulfilled? You know, if I'm not, well, what will make me joyful and fulfilled? So you ask the divine to show you, what is that? Direct me. What is the direction of that? That sacred contract, that covenant. You know, the book said one thing. I feel like it's a sacred contract with yourself, maybe with your soul. What am I, you know, what am I needing to do in this lifetime? Well, first, let me just say, show up for yourself, be true to yourself, and keep asking those questions and write about it if that's a way that helps you. Or, you know, speak into a recorder and then listen to it later, because that might help clarify some issues for you. All right, I'm going to pull a couple more oracle cards just to end up the reading. Okay, Pisces. This is really looking, it's not an easy time, but you know what? It's very bright. You're all of the energies here are very bright. And it makes sense. It makes sense for what you've been going through. All right. This card says, am I ready to be seen? Well, soar. This is the card of the bald eagle. Am I ready to be seen? Are you ready to be seen as who you are? Who you really are? Yes, I think so. I think you're ready to be seen. And then from Diana, what is her name? Diana Cooper. The Magic of Unicorns Oracle deck. I'll get you one of those. This looks great, Pisces. It's okay. You don't need to know the outcome. You need to know that everything's going to be okay, and everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. Violet Flame. Invoke the cosmic diamond violet flame. Transmute all that is not love. Well, you can call on Saint Germain. He is the violet flame, and ask him to transmute all that is not love in your life. You can do that because that's really kind of his job. That's what he's here to do. So ask him, call on him. You know, this energy, crystals, using crystals in that, calling on our spirit guides, asking for help from the archangels, calling on Saint Germain. Typically, their action on our behalf is not, bold and not the white light experience, although it can be, definitely. But it's more like a nudging, and suddenly you find yourself, if you're resentful and you call for help, Archangel Michael, I'm really resentful right now and I don't like feeling this way. Within moments, you'll suddenly realize, I don't feel resentful anymore. I kind of feel peaceful. That's what happens. So call on them. That's what they're here to do. They're here to help us. So there is your reading, Pisces, for the month of December 2022. I hope you have a beautiful month and find that you can take each day as it comes. hope and with integrity and with good acting on your behalf every day, all the time. Because when we do that, everybody gets something positive from it. You know, if we're acting on our own behalf in our own best interests, everybody else, you know, from a place of integrity, everybody else benefits. So I wish that for you this month. All right, I will see you soon. Thank you. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you have a moment, just hit that like button and share information about my channel with friends and family. All right, thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.